Oh, hi, Wesker.
Wesker.
Do you think pre-stars he had a girlfriend and she would call him Whiskers?
I apologize. It's all I could do to protect myself.
You know what? Now that you've brought it up, I want it.
And like
Somebody fanfic that right now.
He would go home and he would like take his glasses off and his girlfriend would be like, Whiskers, what are you doing? And he'd be like, woman, and put his glasses back on and he's like, Wesker.
Oh, sorry.
I agree.
And now we're gonna get a copyright strike for this video because I did that.
I don't think you were nearly good enough to get the copyright strike for that.
Well, I kept it small enough, but
Anything, I'll go back to the other man.
I have seen people literally get busted for like 10 seconds, and it's supposed to be like 30 seconds is the limit.
Yeah. So you were saying that Alex said what I'm gonna tell you pretty much. It's like they could barely. I'm assuming because they were already on a Kickstarter, they didn't have any like big publisher backing. Oh, that was
Yeah. So now we don't have to worry about it now.
great.
No more tentacle rape for Jill.
They typically do franchise games, so that means they probably get their money ahead of time. And so when they're doing Shantae, which they did as a Kickstarter, they probably really did not have the money. And I would assume that the person that did the voice acting for Shantae might have even just done it as a favor.
That would be my guess, because at that point that girl was known as, because I think we looked her up and she hadn't done a whole lot. So at that point, she would have been known as Shantae, and that would have helped her out career-wise.
But the problem is, and I mean, you're going to get into all sorts of politics here when you talk about like unions and contracts and stuff like that, which I don't know nearly as much as Alex does. But chances are that she did that as a favor. But in order for her to have done the entirety of the thing, she wouldn't have been able to do it for free. They would have had to negotiate with her manager or the union or whatever, and make sure that she was properly compensated for doing all of the voice acting, which would lead me to believe that they just couldn't afford it if they had to do a Kickstarter in the first place.
Because I actually, when we were talking about this, I probably didn't consider that, the endless kind of amounts of union hassle that could have gone into this. And that actually does make a little bit more sense.
Chances are they probably spent whatever money they had in their voice acting budget to get that, as I'm going to quote you, that half-assed voice acting. So I mean, because you were saying, like, I wonder if Aldo knows, because I do a lot of research on the game industry. And when it comes to voice acting, it really parallels a lot of the voice acting.
This is Brad. Come in, Stars
Brad.
team.
This is Brad.
This is Jill.
This is Brad.
I hear you, Brad. Over.
Stars Alpha team.
Bravo team.
Bravo team. It doesn't matter. Respond.
Did Brad?
I repeat, this is Brad.
The guy's next door neighbor. Respond.
Brad, if you can't answer me, somehow give me a sign.
Shoot into the air, Jill.
Jill to Brad. Can you
No,
hear me?
he can't.
No,
Obviously.
we've covered this,
Brad.
Jill.
Jill, how are you a police officer?
I know, right?
Brad.
No, not only a police officer, an accomplished police officer, because this is supposed to be an elite team.
Is it?
Yeah, it's supposed to be like a step above, because Wesker had to hand select people.
It's Leon who's the rookie.
Leon's the rookie, but then he goes to work for the government, so...
Because, he killed a couple zombies.
Yes.
And solved some puzzles.
And then he became solid... This is my only beef with Resident Evil 4, is that there's a lot of moments where I could honestly say I felt like Resident Evil was becoming Metal Gear, okay? Especially with the quote, codec moments
Yeah.
in the game. Yeah, that happened, people. Oh, stop fighting me. Now, Fido. Hi, monkey. Hi, monkey. There you go. The endless slaughter of monkeys has happened.
Twice.
So this is not going to be fun for us, because we're going back to the mansion, which means my favorite monster is going to start showing up. I'm not particularly happy about this. Power to the elevator isn't on, so we need to find another door. Yeah, we're going to be dealing with hunters now. That's why I actually grabbed a shotgun. Is because I hate them hunters. With a passion.
What are the herbs that we got on us?
What was that?
So what are the herbs we got on us at the moment?
Just a green one.
It's a green one, okay.
So Oh. Okay.
Snakes.
Zombie snakes! And they actually do bite you, so...
Great.
And now all we have to do is... It's okay, the snakes aren't going to bother us now. But we have to walk down this ladder, just to walk down this path, just to go back up this ladder. And now we're back at the mansion, and...
So dumb. I hate that.
Yes. I know we mentioned it in a previous part, guys, but it is that dumb.
I just think it's so dumb. Oh.
Yeah, so, okay. Now, the next batch of questions that we also have, I should point out, are also anime-related, because we talked a lot of anime in previous parts, and people actually wanted to ask Aldo additional stuff on anime.
Ask
So
away.
I opened that up. So, let's see, I just want to make sure that I covered everything. Oh, the other thing I forgot with Resident Evil was worst Resident Evil monster. Do you have a worst? Like, what you actually think is dumb?
Oh, as far as like dumb monster, I don't.
Don't make me think about this track.
No. So here's the thing. Here's my complaint. I don't like.
Okay.
So this is personal preference.
Crap.
Oh, we can use that herb, I guess. Oh, and there's a battery in there too.
We're fine. Isn't there a box in here? No, this is not a save room. So, battery. That technically counts as a dagger, doesn't it? Yeah, so we don't need to worry about that. There is poison rounds, which we'll probably want. Just going down here really quick. I could have sworn there was something else in here.
Okay, so everybody likes this monster, but I actually hate this mechanic.
Mm-hmm.
At least the way it's implemented here.
Oh, no. We need a box. That's the thing.
Yeah.
We're about to walk into the Lisa Trevor house again.
Oh, well, then let's not.
Oh, we need. Oh, there we go. Okay. The only other box nearby, I think, is the Lisa Trevor house one.
What's his name? Tyrant. I don't like Tyrant.
The original Tyrant?
Yes.
Okay.
And I don't like how like the boss battle is him like following you for like 20 minutes.
Yes.
I think that's dumb.
I will be honest. Like the first boss, the like end boss in a Resident Evil game that actually made me like not just giggle.
Yeah.
Was probably William Birkin. Because like he's 2.
Okay.
So like when you killed him, he would evolve.
Oh, okay. Also, on a more general note of terrible monsters, timed monsters, like, who can I think of? Just as an example, that stupid shark in that tank that we just dealt with.
Yes.
I don't like that.
Or like I think the gator was kind of timed in Resident Evil 2.
I think so.
Because you had to time it out to make things work.
Yeah.
Oh. And yay!
Oh, 'cause, you know.
We are now dealing with these bastards.
Great.
And it's coming, like, literally right behind us. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and equip the shotgun here. And I'm not even going to give 2 fucks about this thing. Who's the hunter now? Nice!
Nice.
You know what, game? You got me on that one. I love it. I wanted that. Let's see. So where's the save room? Oh, there is a save room nearby. So...
Oh, so we just gotta go around into that door.
Yep. So let's grab that because I want to get
I'm pretty sure there's zombies in this room as well.
Well, I have the shotgun, so...
I know, but we don't want to waste rounds. Oh, hey.
Oh, no, they got replaced with hunters. So we'll just go ahead and shoot you to the ground, and I think we'll be okay with it. So, first of all, the biggest amount of questions that we got anime-related were because when we were talking about Naruto and Dragon Ball Super and a bunch of that stuff, so... I don't know if Aldo is going to be dreading this, but a lot of questions came in that were Naruto. And the first question is, what is your thoughts on Naruto Part 1 compared to Shippuden, and also, like, if you had to compare them, like, which is better in your mind?
Oh, so I think Shippuden... Okay, so I really like Part 1.
Okay.
So here's the thing. I'm a big Naruto fan. I actually really like... I've actually been going through and watching specific arcs of the Shippuden anime. Because I read the whole thing. I didn't watch the show.
Okay.
Well, I watched all of the original Naruto before it became Shippuden, minus the filler arcs, which I've actually been tempted to go back. And so here's the thing. Here's the thing that's really great about part 1 is that it's how do I say this? The focus is different. Naruto Arc 1 focuses a lot on the team, right?
Yeah. It focuses on trying to like establish the Team 7 aesthetic.
Well, not just that. It focuses a lot on teams. It's not just about Naruto. It's about Naruto and his friends. So you get a lot of really good character moments from his friends, from the teams, just from everybody in general. Shippuden focuses a lot more singularly on Naruto and him doing his stuff himself. But you get a really good payoff once you get the time jump. You have all these characters that you kind of know about.
Yes.
Well, not that you kind of know about, that you're super familiar with because of part 1. So when you get to part 2, there's these really great moments that really pay off. Specifically like stuff with like Tamari and Shikamaru.
Wow, it took a while for you to actually like slash me. Oh, that's
Is it just me or does it look like a 3D?
Oh, I forgot they do that.
Oh. I was gonna say
He just samurai'd us.
I was gonna say he looks like a. Oh no.
We're dead. I think this is the first time we died on the Let's Play.
It's not.
Or maybe like the second one.
Probably, yeah. It reminds me of a 3D Battletoads. That's what he looks like to me.
Hi, Mini Drac.
Hi.
She just walks in like she owns the place.
Well, I mean,
She's like,
she
I
does.
want to record. I have things to say about Naruto.
So I think both of them are good for different reasons.
Okay.
I think Shippuden in the end, the reason why it's so good is because it's a lot of payoff. You get a lot of conclusions to a lot of story arcs. You get these really great character moments. The final battle between Naruto and Sasuke is easily one of the best fights in anime.
Even I will admit that was a pretty badass moment.
It was really, I mean,
and I love the fact that I think because part 1, I think its initial arc ended with Naruto versus Sasuke, did it not?
Yes. But here's the thing though, like here's like the really cool thing. So at the end of part 1, they're still discovering their powers, right? So like Naruto's hitting, I think he's hitting 4 tails out of the 9-tail fox.
4 or 5, something like that.
And Sasuke is still using the curse mark that he got from Orochimaru. I told you people, I'm a fan. So like they're having these powers that they're not totally in control of. They're still developing and whatever.
And the funniest part is that like through the evolution of the series is that they eventually grow past these.
Yes. So when you get to like the fight, the thing that's really cool about the final fight though is it starts out really super powered, but it ends with them just literally just punching each other in the face. But the really cool thing, and this is one of the really cool things that like the anime and was able to capture really well out of the manga, was there were a lot of moments because these guys have become friends. They were friends, then they became enemies, and they became friends again.
Yeah.
And now they're fighting towards similar goals. And one of the really amazing parts in it is that they're finishing, as they're fighting each other, they're blocking each other's jutsus. Like, because when you watch it, Naruto tries to do his typical trademark shadow clones.
Shadow clones, yeah.
And Sasuke is just constantly like kind of slapping his hand away so he can't finish the hand signs. And so kind of vice versa. So it's really cool. So that kind of goes to show you that he knows, you know, he knows what
they know each other inside and out.
Yeah. The other cool thing is they're also helping each other finish their hand signs as well.
Yeah.
And like, that's amazing. Like,
that made me think back to like old school kung fu movies where you would still have like, even though they're like locking each other up by their arms, they are still doing the hand motions.
Yes. So it was really good. But so me personally, out of the two halves, I guess, it's a really unfair because the part 2 is such a big series.
Yes. I would tend to agree on that.
I really like part 2 a lot. Part 2 was because I love payoff. I mean, you can have like an amazing series that starts off strong, but if you don't have a payoff, what was it for? So that's one of the reasons why I love Shippuden was like 500 episodes of just payoff.
Yeah. Granted, there is a bunch of filler arcs into it, and we both made our points clear on filler. We're not the biggest fans.
And that's the other thing I don't like about Shippuden, though. It wove in the filler too good, and I hate that.
Yeah.
Because-
Okay, so that's kind of your viewpoints on Naruto Part 1 and Shippuden. Now the next question kind of filters into this because we're talking about Shippuden anyway. Your favorite arc. And since you do like Part 1, I'm actually going to open it up to like your favorite Part 1 arc and your favorite Shippuden arc.
Oh, so I think my favorite Part 1 arc, I think, is everybody's. It's like the Genin exams.
Yeah.
Because that was really cool. I mean, it's a giant battle toad. You can't convince me otherwise. Look at it. It's a battle toad.
It is indeed.
I totally
Oh,
forgot.
no.
No.
Okay, well, there goes my dagger. But hey, it worked.
Nice.
And I think
Is that a dried up one?
that was the one I just barely killed.
Oh, okay.
So they dry up.
Oh.
Oh man, I don't like hunters. Hunters can literally they can give me pee my pants moments, especially when they get that samurai slash going. So you said like the Genin exams. So basically you're talking about like when Kakashi was deciding, oh my gosh, I didn't even realize the jiggle until now.
Well, we talked about the jiggle.
We talked about the jiggle, but it's like I hadn't officially noticed it.
Oh, yeah. Fear
So
does
you're
things to
talking
you.
like when Kakashi was testing them and
No. I'm talking about when they're doing the competition.
Oh, so the tuning exam.
Yeah, my bad. Yeah, the tuning exams, which is when you get the really good Gaara and Rock Lee fight.
Yes, which is awesome.
You also get the very disposable Sound Village. I like
Yeah.
the Sound Village a lot. It's just,
Wow, I completely forgot about the Sound Village.
Yeah,
That's what that arc did to them.
everybody does. That's the thing.
And that was like supposed to be like a village completely designed by Orochimaru, and then he just
Yeah.
said "F you all."
pretty much. They dropped that idea real fast.
Yeah.
Out of part 2, gosh, it's hard.
Because here's the thing, Naruto doesn't really have too many arcs. When you compare Shippuden and Naruto Part 1, Shippuden is much longer.
Yeah, and I mean, I do have to say, I think for me, my favorite arc in I have 2 though, but they're like right next to each other. So one of my favorite was the Great Ninja War arc, which was really cool. Getting all the villages together, watching a lot of people like combine their powers, and I mean that was really cool, right? Because that's also when you get a lot of really good Hokage moments or just Kage moments from all the different village leaders.
Yes.
Had some really good moments from everybody, and that's what it was, right? But the problem with that in the anime though is that's when they really wove in a lot of the filler. So you had like a lot of in the manga,
because they had like that's the point where like Kishimoto wasn't done with it yet, and so they had to.
yeah. Well, I mean,
fill it
even
in.
then, Kishimoto was way ahead of the anime, anyways. But the problem was so the thing is in the anime, in the manga, they would do a lot of parts where they would talk to the people back in the headquarters, and they would mention, it was just like a one line off mention about some ninja in some other part in some battles, right? So they would talk about certain ninjas fighting certain people, and they would kind of show you 1 or 2 frames of whatever was going on. In the anime though, they were like, let's just make full episodes about every single one of these mentions. And that's when I was like, oh really? Really? That's a lot of filler, you guys.
Okay, so this is one of the doors.
Yeah, and like whatever, that was fine. So for me, if I was to talk specifically about one thing or another, out of the manga, I really like the ninja arc. It's just
This thing is really liking looking at me apparently.
weird.
Oh, we got a dagger, so that's good.
Great.
So yeah, you got the Shinobi
But-
or the Shinobi War arc.
Yeah, but actually, my favorite from the anime, this might take some people out of wool because a lot of people are probably gonna assume it's pain, but it's not. Haha! It's it's actually the what do they call it? The Kill the Hokage arc, or the Kill the Kages arc.
Oh, when they go to the Land of Iron, the 5 Kage summit.
Yeah, the 5 Kage Summit. That's one of my favorite arcs,
Yeah, that's really well animated.
That's when
actually.
that's the arc that for me almost redeemed Sasuke, because that's when he goes all like, I'm gonna be all badass, and he goes and he tries to fight them. Then he fights a bunch of samurai, which up until that point we hadn't really seen samurai in the series.
No, not at all.
So there was a lot out of that arc that I liked specifically.
Crap! I thought that we
Can you push it closer?
Okay.
No.
Let me step out of this room and see if I can reset these things.
Yeah. So I really like the 5 Kage Summit. That was really good.
Here's the thing. That's actually my favorite Shippuden arc too. I love the 5 Kage Summit. If for no other reason than in Naruto Part 1 when they actually showed the map for the first time, I was immediately interested in.
Sorry, I burped into your mic. I apologize, listeners.
You're good. You're good. But the fact that we actually finally got to see all of the other Kage, because at that point we'd only seen the Hokage. Yeah. And so I got to see, eventually, like, some of my favorite characters, which would end up being, like, Onoki and, I can't remember the name of the Raikage, but
A.
What?
A.
Egg? Okay.
That's, because his brother's Killer B.
Oh, yeah, A and then B.
Yeah, it's kind of dumb.
Yeah,
fine.
I forgot about that. And then, I kind of like the Mizukage. I'm not against her, but the whole marriage thing kind of bugged me.
I don't think she was as cool until the Shinobi War. No,
Yeah.
not even then. It was when they actually.
Well, because the problem, she got cooler in the Shinobi War because then at that point, like, we'd heard that she had 2 Kekkei Genkai, and then she finally got to use them.
No, well, that didn't happen in the Shinobi War though. My bad. That's after the resurrection of
Madara, yeah.
Yeah. So
when he's up against the Kage.
Yeah. Actually, one of the really cool things is that if you play the game, if you play Ultimate Ninja Storm 4, they have a whole section essentially that's that fight.
Nice.
And like it's you and like you're like you're playing as Onoki and you're like on his little sand cloud and like you're doing attacks. You're pretty much controlling all the Kages at the same time. It's really good.
Okay, I know that this room has to do with the stupid eagle. I'm just not... Because if you can get him to aim at a certain point, you can actually hear something opening. And
oh, there it is.
Yeah, you can hear it, right?
Yeah.
But then he moves, and then it's not there anymore. Oh, there's a switch here. Press it. Okay.
Oh.
So there we are. You have to point him at the bull.
Okay.
And that does that. But then he moves away. Oh, and the deer has one too.
What?
Okay. So something tells me that both of these are going to have an element here that we need to take care of.
Wait, but
oh, you know what?
Oh.
I'll bet. Okay, I think I've got this now.
What?
We need to use the shelves to actually reach up to the bull statue and the deer statue.
Oh, and take whatever gems in their eyes?
Uh-huh. And then those gems will play into later. So, there we go. Let me see if we can do this. Let me move it over just a little bit. So, step up here. A glowing yellow jewel sits in the eye. Would you like to take it out? Yes. It's attached to something and refuses to budge.
Oh, so you know what?
I wonder if we need to get the eagle to look away.
Yes, because right now it's blinking, so I think when you look away from it, it's solid.
Yeah.
So you're gonna have to like run across the room. See how it's solid?
So then we just need to make sure that they're looking over at the other side and time it.
Oh,
crap.
We're almost there.
Yep. So basically, I didn't wait enough time. I need to get him looking all the way over.
Oh no, go under the statue, because remember it wasn't turning away until...
Oh, that's right. Okay. So there you go.
Come on! Yes.
Yes! And so now we have the yellow gemstone. So let's let you look over here. And then we'll move all the stones over.
Well, you gotta, like, move that
Yep.
dresser anyway, so...
So yeah, that's my favorite Shippuden arc. My favorite Part 1 arc, which I don't have a whole lot of, is actually the Zabuza arc. And it's just because
it's
my favorite, probably my favorite character overall is Kakashi. And I felt like he got such a spotlight in that arc.
Yeah. I talking about Shippuden having a lot of payoff when they zombify all the ninjas. Zabuza was actually one of my favorite parts.
Yeah. No, I was really happy to see that both him and Haku got that. Oh crap! I'm out of items.